Good morning from Seljalandsfoss, Iceland. Very small town, not much going on. That's why I'm in the parking lot of my hotel right now. But that's okay because we are getting ready to leave. It is day 4 here on this trip. I am traveling the Golden Circle and Ring Road here in Iceland with EF Ultimate Break. And we are getting ready to explore the south coast today. So we just stayed overnight here in Seljalandsfoss and we are heading east along the coast. We are heading to 2 waterfalls today. I think like 2 of the most iconic ones in the country, and a black sand beach. So it should be a beautiful day. I will tell you more about them when we get to each one, but I am very excited and I can't wait. Casually walking behind a waterfall. How cool is this? This is why you bring rain pants, guys. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god! That's crazy. Probably should have put my hood up. Oh my god. That just got wet. All right, good morning. We are at stop number 1. You can probably see behind me, we are at Seljalandsfoss Waterfall. It is over 100 meters tall. And you can probably see behind me, there's people walking behind it. We were just back there. So cool. I think my hat is finally drying, but that was like honestly one of the coolest 30 minutes of my life. As dramatic as that sounds, it was so cool to go walk back there, and like then you get to the side and it's like spraying water all over you. That's why they tell you to dress like this. So you're all waterproof. But yeah, that is absolutely amazing. I feel like this is one of the pictures that you see whenever you see people talking about Iceland. Absolutely incredible. And now we're heading to one more waterfall. It's a waterfall filled day here in Iceland. Can't wait. Okay, I misunderstood the time we're going to be on the bus, so I have a few more minutes here. So I'll give you a few fun facts about the waterfall. The part of the water that's falling there is 60 meters high, or almost 200 feet. This is the only known waterfall of this kind where you can walk behind it. So super cool. That was like my favorite part. And then also the origin of the water for this waterfall actually comes from a volcano glacier. I don't quite know what a volcano glacier is, but that's pretty cool too. And you could see how rapidly the water's falling, and then it just comes into like this small little stream behind me. So it drops really far, and I think just the speed and magnitude at which it's falling is what makes it look like it's pretty thin, but it looks like there's a lot of water falling, but I don't think it's as much as it actually is, because you can see at the bottom there's like no pool or anything. It's crazy. Hello again from Skógafoss Waterfall. I am somehow more wet than I was at the last one. So once again, thank goodness for waterproof clothing. But this is one of the most popular waterfalls in Iceland. It is, I believe, the largest, if I have my fun facts straight. But super cool. You can see all the people going all the way up there to get their pictures. I was just over there. That's why I'm soaking wet and it's like raining. It's super cool waterfall. I am having so much fun today. Love the day of waterfalls. Next we are going to the Black Sand Beach, and then we are stopping for lunch in Vik. It's like a late lunch, and then we are heading to our next hotel on the, I think we're still staying on the south coast, but look at that waterfall. Look at everyone's taking their cute little pictures. Look at these views. So pretty. I'm obsessed. It reminds me so much of Ireland here, but in like a cooler way because they have waterfalls and stuff. But yeah, I'll check in again from the Black Sand Beach.
You will see also some pillars in the sea. They are called Reynisfjara, and according to the legend, they were trolls that turned to stone by the sun while they were trying to drag ship ashore. So even today, some locals claim that at sunrise, that you can feel them move if you let your imagination run wild, of course. So the sneaker waves are waves that can appear suddenly. You don't see them coming from far away, and are extremely dangerous. We will see that there is like a kind of signs, traffic light, that tell us if it's green, yellow or red. Okay? If it's red, I will say don't go close to the sea at all. If it's yellow, I will say the same, but for sure if it's red. The beach is also home of puffins, seagulls and other birds. Now the puffins have moved, but you will see some seabirds, and the constant mist allows hardy plants to grow in cliffs and cracks.
Oh my god. The wind is gonna take us away. Hello from Reynisfjara Beach, the Black Sand Beach here in Iceland. It is so windy. A lot of the beach is actually just rocks. And this is one of the most dangerous beaches in the world because behind me you can't see any waves. There are these things called sneaker waves that come up. You can't see them coming, and all of a sudden they're there. And they take people, phones, bags. So it's actually very scary here. And a lot of those people are probably too close to the water. But very cool. I'm a little scared and it's too windy. So I'm leaving. But very pretty. After the Black Sand Beach, we headed into the small town of Vik for lunch. With a population of 400 people, it is the southernmost settlement in Iceland. I got fish and chips at the pub before we started a long drive to our hotel for the next 2 nights. Along the way, we got a glimpse at the largest glacier in Europe and made a stop at Diamond Beach. This black sand beach is full of icebergs that wash onto shore and look like diamonds. Each diamond can be up to 1,000 years old and they change every day, so you never see the same one twice. Now it's time to check into Hotel Smyrlaborg. Tonight, we have an included dinner at the hotel, so it's time to settle in after another incredible day in Iceland. Good morning. It is day 5 here in Iceland, and we are at the largest glacier in Europe, Jökulsárlón Glacier, if I'm saying that correctly. It covers 8% of Iceland, and it is the largest in Europe, covering 8,000 square kilometers of land. So very cool. We are here this morning. We are going on a little boat cruise. That's why we are all bundled up. I'm wearing everything I brought. So we were doing like a 45-minute cruise around this lake. We're doing a couple hikes later. Should be a very fun day at the glacier. Every day in Iceland continues to amaze me. So let's get this day started.
The name of it is Vatnajökull. It means glacier of water. It's the biggest white spot on the map. It blankets over 8% of Iceland. It's also super thick, so that makes it the biggest glacier in Europe by volume. There are bigger glaciers, like one in Arctic in Russia, but nobody wants to go there, and this one has more ice, so we just claim to have the biggest one. It's better for business. And it used to be bigger. It's not a secret. Ice is disappearing all over the world, and especially here because we're close to the ocean. So this part of the glacier came here about 800 years ago with an ice age. Before then, this was all a forested area. When the Vikings arrived to Iceland, the climate here was milder than now, but the ice age happened, made this glacier grow, and it even reached the ocean. But ice age ended about 90 years ago, and since then it has been retreating. It carved this into a very deep lagoon. We have the deepest place in Iceland here. It's over 260 meters deep. Makes an average depth here over 80 meters. The lagoon is made of brackish water, fresh water and salt water combined. Fresh water comes from the glacier, but it's actually very muddy, not very nice. Most lagoons in Iceland are brown. This color is nice and green or blue. It's because of the ocean water, which comes here twice per day with a high tide. And ocean also brings this place life. All kinds of fish. After there's even salmon and Arctic char here, delicious, but we cannot fish here. It's protected by the park ranger. We are in the cafe there. They won't let us fish here, which is good for the seabirds and the mammals like these. So those are harbor seals, not the big seal usually, but here they grow bigger, fatter. This is their favorite restaurant, and it's also safe from the killer whales. The lagoon is deep, with an exception. Under the bridge, it's man-made to be shallow to protect the bridge from the icebergs, but it also keeps killer whales out. It's a great place for seals. Some people ask me how many there are here. I give them any random number, but the truth is nobody counts them. We think there's a few hundred here. I've never seen that many in a day, but some people swear on it.
Hello again. The boat cruise on the lake by the glacier was so fun, and now we're here at Fjallsárlón, if I'm saying that correctly, which is a different part of the glacier. Same glacier obviously because it's so big, but here you can stand right next to the water and you get different views. Less icebergs close here, but you could see all the big ones there, and then you see the part of the glacier there, and all of the black dirt that you see along the glacier is from volcanic eruptions, and each different color of dirt is from a different eruption. So it's really cool that you could see black volcanic ash combined with like the ice. It's really cool and really pretty here. It's really cool that you could feel it, and I touched it. It's really cold, obviously. Don't know what I was expecting, but cool to see another part of the glacier. Good afternoon. We just had a quick lunch stop at a service station. It was actually pretty good after the glaciers. And now we are here at Skaftafell National Park. This is our first stop of two. This is the shorter one. We hiked down from there. It was actually a pretty long walk from the parking lot down to this part of the glacier. You could see all the water behind me. So this part's really cool actually, because you can see such a contrast in the nature. So here you have like the green scenery, and then it goes into like the black dirt, the water, and then you just have this huge part of the glacier that's icy. And if you look really close, you can see in between the cracks of some of the ice, you could see like the deep blue color, and that's blue that hasn't seen any light or anything, so that's what gives it that color. Super cool. This is apparently one of the best parts of Iceland, according to some people. Like some of the locals call it like their national treasure. So super cool so far. I'm excited to see the other part, but this is quite the contrast, and it just shows how amazing nature here in Iceland can be. Isn't that incredible? again from Skaftafell National Park. This is stop number 2. We just had a very long hike. It was a mile uphill, but this is the view. This is the result. This is the Black Waterfall. It is called that because you can probably see the black dirt that surrounds it. It's called one of the most elegant waterfalls in Iceland. I don't know what makes a waterfall elegant. If you think it is, let me know. You can actually keep continuing this hike all the way down and go down by the water, and there's a bridge down there too. Personally, I do not have the time to do that and then get back up and take all the pictures I'm going to want down there, so I am restraining myself up here because I know once I get down there I'm going to need like 30 minutes for pictures, and that's just not in the time budget right now. So I hiked up here very slowly. It took me 42 minutes, and I stopped to take a lot of pictures and a lot of breaks, so not too bad. It says 45 minutes. I'm guessing that's all the way down there, which sounds about right. But the views here, you can even see all behind me the canyon and stuff at this national park. I started way down there. That was a crazy hike. Probably one of the hardest hikes I've ever done, as you can tell by my red face. But yeah, very beautiful. I wish we had more time here so we could go down there, but that's okay. I'm gonna start hiking back. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Just to quick show you how high this hike was. All the way down there, that's another waterfall. So the hike up there alone was crazy, and then you come all the way back up here. Super long. That's why my face is all red, but so worth it for these views. On my way back down, and now seeing the path all the way down there that I took to come up here is crazy. What a way. I cannot believe I went all the way uphill for 42 minutes straight. I'm probably about halfway down. I still have all that to climb back down. I have made it back down to the end of the trail there. Still can't believe I just did that hike. Total time was 1 hour and 12 minutes. So 42 minutes up, 30 back down. That was crazy. Totally worth it for those views though. So I've made it back to the bottom. You can camp here, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna wrap up this video now because after this we just have like an hour something drive back to the hotel, and then we just have a chilled dinner or snacks or whatever you want to do at the hotel, and then we get packed up, getting ready to move on to the next place. So thank you for watching 2 more incredible days in Iceland. I can't believe this trip is almost half over. I feel like I've done so much, but also it's going so fast. So thank you again for watching. If you didn't watch last week's video, make sure you check it out. It's Reykjavik and the Golden Circle, and make sure you come back next week for 3 more amazing days here in Iceland. We are heading to the East Fjords and Akureyri, so a little east and north coast there. Should be very fun. Thank you again for watching. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, I will see you next week for even more Iceland.